Hey guys, got one more video for the day, and this time I'm going to go over my update on the Foley Fusion, but in the process I'm going to go over a few bugs, and I'm also going to discuss how that's kind of impeded my progress a little bit. So first bug, if you'll take a look at the gems in the top right hand corner as I open up the market, notice it went down to 3 gems from, I think it was set at 13. They say that that's a visual bug, that's only something that affects it visually. Once you log out, then you log back in, you'll have all your gems back. I'm assuming that's correct. I have a little bit of faith in Plarium that what they're saying is correct and that we're not losing any gems. Haven't kept track of it myself. I hope it's accurate though, so negative. So another little tip while we're here inside of the shop, if gems ever pop up in there, purchase them. They're always worth the purchase. Alright, so on to the second bug, and that one's going to be on the, not autoplay, but what do they call it? Let's see, they call it the multi-battle, right? I have the raid pass, so I get 25 extra multi-battles on top of the 15, so I get a total of 40 multi-battles every day. I use that during the Dungeon Diver event twice, so 80 multi-battles. And then in the process of using it, actually, I went back and I checked my progress, and I received no progress for the multi-battles. So do not use multi-battle when working on your Dungeon Diver event. It seems to work just fine when it's leveling up your hero, so this champion training event, it seemed to track that just fine. So you can actually see where I'm at on this event. I've kind of lost a little bit of wheel on getting this thing done, but there's still a day and 9 hours to get it complete, so I'll probably very well get it done. But nonetheless, so with that impeding my progress, if we look at Foley Fusion, right, what I missed from that event, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have another opportunity to get it, was the Eviscerator. So with that being what it is, in other words, basically Plarium kind of messed me over on this. I refuse to throw my wallet at them in order to fix their mistake. All right, I'm not going to pay them money because they screwed up and I didn't get the credit for what I did. So I wasn't going to pay to get this hero. Now if this hero pops back up in some other way, shape, or form, or if I'm somehow blessed with this hero, then I will continue through the process, and I may fuse Foley by the end of this event. I've got a week and 6 days, so almost two weeks to get it done. So there possibly will be another opportunity for me to get this hero. If that happens, then I will go ahead and I'll keep progressing through here. But until then, I'm not using any of my potions on any of these other heroes. I will level them up to where they need to be, and I will wait until I for sure can either make this thing work or not make it work. But that's an update on that. That's where we stand. Those are a couple of bugs that I've noticed, and a couple of bugs that the community has noticed. And here's one more thing that the community has mentioned. There is a champion called, I think it's it's a rare champion called Steel Bowyer. She's part of this event. A lot of people have gotten her, and they've actually used her instead of using her as fusion fuel. And this attack right here attacks all enemies 3 times, and damage increases according to enemy max HP. Okay, so with that being said, she has turned out to be better than some legendaries when it comes to clan boss. Now, Plarium obviously is not happy with the fact that they have a lower level chance. So in other words, a rare champion that everybody has better access to. They're not happy with the fact that that rare champion is out damaging some of the legendary champions. With that being said, they have basically called for a nerf. So they're going to be changing how that champion does damage. She was not intended to do that. I understand that it was not intentionally made that way, but here is my idea of how they should fix it, versus they say that, yeah, this person is still going to be viable. don't worry about it. She's still going to be viable. I'm not worried about viable. Viable versus doing a couple of million damage against clan boss is two different things, right? Viable to you, your definition of viable is probably that maybe they're still a little bit good, but possibly nerfed into the ground by their definition. I don't know. So here's what they need to do in order to correct that. They need to put something in the tower over here on the right hand side possibly that is refund or strip character. I don't care what they call it, it doesn't matter. And then you need to be able to select your character, whichever character it may be, because I'm sure something like this may happen again later. In this case, specifically that character, you need to be able to select that character and strip character. And when it strips character, it should take the gear off of the character. It should take all the potions that you used in order to go into that character. It should do all of those things. It should refund you energy that it took to get that character up to level 60. It should give you some chicken in place of all the characters that you used to get that hero up to level 60. It should give you all of those things back. Now, if they do that, then the community will not be quite as upset as it is. If they don't do that, then they're going to have people that are going to be pretty upset about it. So, just some things I wanted everybody to be aware of. I don't want people to go out there spending a bunch of their time and efforts towards a character that they are more than likely, probably inevitably going to nerf. Okay, so that's a thing too. So those are the bugs that I've run into. That's what's going on with my fusion right now. I'm not so worried about it. If I get it, great. If I don't get it, then that's fine too. Yeah, Foley or Folly, whatever his name is, awesome looking hero. I'm sure he would do great against clan boss. I'm sure he would do great in arena, but I can live without him. Listen, I've gone this long with nothing but one legendary hero, which works for me just fine. So, and I have great teams. I'm in Gold Arena. I've worked my way all the way up to the top of Gold Arena, and I've stayed there for quite a bit of time, and I can do it again. I'm doing 17 million damage on auto to clan boss, so I'm not stressing. You know what? Whenever RNGesus decides to give me a legendary hero, I will gladly accept it. Is it unfortunate that there's so many people out there that are lucky enough to get 5 or 6 legendary heroes within their first couple of weeks of playing? For me, it's unfortunate. For them, it's great. So, but it is what it is. That's the game that we play. I'll do the best with what I got. I suggest you do the same. Don't stress over it. Eventually, you'll get what's coming to you. All right. Other than that, I appreciate your time. Hope you guys have a great day.